I have a question for you today. And that question is, are you a sheep? Yeah, a sheep. Are you the sort of creature that runs back into the flock, stays with the flock to stay safe, quite happy to subject yourself to the prods or the pulls of that shepherd's crook? Are you a sheep? Because that shepherd, either for himself or for his boss, the farmer, has one thing in mind for you, or maybe two, and that is mutton or being fleeced. And there's a reason why we use the term fleeced when we're talking about being ripped off. And there's a reason I've asked you if you're a sheep, because I'm not. I don't like being ripped off, nor do I like being pushed, prodded or pulled by a shepherd, particularly not in directions I don't want to take or towards his personal gain and not mine. So I'm not going to inflict that sort of behaviour on my audiences either when I speak or when I sell even. I want there to be a win-win situation no matter what's happening. I win, my audiences win, gain, achieve, become more fulfilled, whatever the outcome is going to be. I will not be that shepherd. I've spent time in audiences like that and I don't like it. I don't like watching people being treated like sheep, rushing to the back of the room to buy the product just because they'd been built up to it. A whole lot of manipulative techniques that we either have to flow with like a sheep or we have to fight. And I don't want to do either of those things. Neither do I want to have to inflict them on my audiences. And it all begins with one simple little behaviour, and that is raise your hand. Raise your hand if you love chocolate. The question is asked of something that everybody's going to want to agree with and want to get really excited about. Raise your hand. And they raise their hands, those sheep. Except that raising your hand is an incredibly powerful gesture. It's connecting with higher levels. It's feeling fabulous. And if you turn it into a fist, there is power. So if you can persuade your audience to do something like that, very obvious, or if in fact all you do is use that funny sort of jerky raise your hand that speakers use these days without even having to ask, and all of the sheep in the audience raise their hands. No, not me. It's not something I'm ever going to do. Either jerk my hand up in the middle of a presentation or ask you to raise yours. I want us to both win, both achieve, both be fulfilled as a result of this experience.